Hail and well met, adventurers. It's ye old man Robertson here, and today we're going to be taking these new hex-shaped slate coasters that I got from Temu, and we're going to be engraving some D&D related designs for your next gaming session. These will look really good on your game table. So what we're going to take these and make these using this and a little bit of this. So stay tuned. All right, so the first thing we want to do is load a piece of cardboard into the laser and go ahead and get it focused with our focus block. Then we'll take that out. Close the lid and home the machine. And now we come over to light burn and we go over here to create regular polygon. We'll click on that. And then we come over here, hold the shift key, and it'll give us one that's symmetrical. So hold shift and just click and drag. And there's our hex. Now, go to the selector tool. And I've measured these, and there's a little bit of variance, but they're roughly 4 inches on the die from corner to corner and 3.5 inches from flat to flat. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to rotate it 30 degrees. That'll put the points on top and bottom. Now, if we look up here at our measurements, we've got a width of 3.4. We're going to go to 3.5. And if you notice, that takes us to 4.04 on the height. We want to unlock and just come here and put a 0 there. So 4.0 on the height. Now we can lock it back down. Excuse me. Now I've got it on 100 millimeters per second, 100% power. This is just cardboard. I've only cut cardboard on this laser a time or two, so I really don't know, but we're going to try it with those settings. So we're looking through the window. The first thing we're going to do is do a frame. Looks good enough to me. Let's go ahead and cut it. All right. Let's open up. Move this back. It didn't quite cut. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, there we go. So we did get it cut all the way through. Now, we just need to check and see if that fits. So what we're looking at here is just to see how good of a fit it is. That's a little bit tight. So it looks like we're going to have to go a little bigger. That's why you use cardboard. All right, so it took a couple tries, but we've got a pretty good fit now. And you just got to play around with this and always be sure to check 2 or 3 of them to make sure. Like I said, these are slightly different. So that one's a bit tight, but I think it'll work. Yeah, that looks good. Now, I'd have wasted a whole sheet of wood if I would have done this on wood to start with. So now we're going to take a piece of 6 millimeter basswood and we'll load it up. Now we've got it lined up, got it framed, and we're ready to burn. All right, burn's done. Let's open her up. Let's move this back out of the way. If you'll take a little X-Acto knife, hold your board, don't let it move. Just stick that and pull it right out. Now, let's double check. Make sure your board doesn't move. A little bit of wobble, not bad. You can center it up really easy. That should work just great. So, our next step, we're back in Lightburn now, and what I've done is I've copied that and I've made a little grid so I can get 8 of them out of that one sheet. And I always like to put a reference line on the outside here. That is my sheet of wood. You can frame that and get everything in order, and you don't have to worry about it. I'm sorry, filming my computer screen is, I can see it fading in and out. I'm sorry about that. I do not know yet how to do screen shares or whatever. So this is all I've got for right now. But as you can see, I've got a grid there of 8. Now I've already burnt the first one. So the outer line, which is the outside line of the sheet of wood, and now this first one here in the bottom corner, we're going to put on a tool path. They still show up, but they won't burn now. So we're going to kick back and we're going to burn the other 7 hexes. Should take about 12 minutes. All right, the burn's done. Let's go ahead and get all these pieces out of here. All right. Now, again, now we have our nice jig ready to go. And we'll load up one coaster for right now. Because, again, I have never done slate on this machine. Let that move just there. So we're going to come over. Be sure to focus. our block sitting on the coaster. So there, we've got our focus. Now, I have done slate on my X tool, which is a 20 watt. So on this Creality Falcon 2, this is a 40 watt laser, but it has precision mode. You can knock it down to 20 watt. All you do is push this button right here and hold it in until the normal light goes out. Only the precise light is on. Now, this is a 22 watt laser. So I'm going to try using the same settings that I use for my X tool, and we're going to see how that works out. So we're back in Lightburn. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all of these hexes now. Going to hold Control and select all of them. And we're going to put them all on the toolpath. Now, I had already made some here, so I'm going to bring in this sheet for a second. And we're going to move it way up here off the grid. All I want is this one. I'm going to bring this one down. Now, all of this, I'll just delete that back out. Now this one, I'm going to put in this hex right here where we loaded up the coaster. So click on that, click Control click. Oh, yep. Click on that, Control click on the hex, and you just come here and hit the bullseye. Now we'll go to the preview, and that's what it's going to hopefully look like. That's going to be our design. Now, little trick on dark colored items, dark tumblers, slate coasters. If you come right here, click this invert button, that's really what your design is going to look like. Okay, that gives you a better idea of how it's going to turn out, and that looks pretty good to me. So it's showing 4 minutes, but we've got to set it on a different setting based on the slate. So let's find a layer here. Let's click on the design. Let's find a layer. And on the X tool, I use 100 millimeters a second at 75% power. I don't know if I've got a layer set up for that or not. So we'll just use this nice blue one here. 100 millimeters a second, 75% power. And we'll go back to the preview. Preview says 46 seconds on line, but we don't want line, we want fill. So we're going to click here on this layer, change it from line to fill. Now we'll do the preview again. There's our design, and it's showing about 5.5 minutes. Looks good. Everything's pretty well centered, like it should be. So we're going to rock and roll. And now we wait. All right, burning's done. Let's see what we got. Not too bad, but pretty dusty. So I'm going to step over to the sink, brush it off, maybe rinse it, and I'll be right back. All right, just a quick brush with an old toothbrush, and then that looks really good to me. Good detail. Good color. I like it. I think I'm going to keep those settings. So let's load up some more designs. All right, here's our preview. Got some more designs loaded up. Looking good. And now I did decide that I liked them better rotated 90 degrees with the points to the side instead of the points up. So I just rotated the whole thing 90 degrees. And now the flats are going to be on the top and bottom, and the points are going to be on the sides. So we've got our designs, got everything reframed, ready to go. We're on 100 millimeters a second, 75% power, one pass. Let's rock and roll. Now, I have a favor to ask of you guys. While this is burning, it's going to take a while, and we're going to skip ahead, but hopefully you've watched several of my videos. If this is your first time, welcome aboard. I hope you stay. Please like, share, subscribe. It helped me grow this channel. And the other request that I have is, especially for those of you who have seen more than one of my videos, my question to you is, what would you like to see me do to improve my videos? Not talking about content at the moment, but I'm talking about things like video quality, audio quality. You want to see more of my ugly mug on the screen? Do I need to go more in depth? Do I need to speed things up and not go as in depth? Better lighting, better, just whatever, better process. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you would like to see me do to improve my videos, because as you know, I'm very new to this. I'm definitely not a natural on camera or behind the camera. So let me know what I can do to improve the quality of my videos, make them more enjoyable for you guys. Now, as these burn, I'm going to go ahead and stop the filming, and I'll catch back up with you when they're all burnt and ready to come out. All right, burning's done. Let's see what we got. Looks like everything turned out pretty good. Let's get them brushed and cleaned up and see what we got. All right, they turned out pretty good. Got a couple minor little alignment issues, but nothing too bad. They all turned out looking pretty good. Thing with these slate coasters, you never can. It's like the chips and stuff there, they're never quite right. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with them. I'll have to be a little more careful on a couple of them next time. think they turned out really well. All right, guys, there you go. Got 9 more designs for new slate coasters. All I got to do now is put a coat of clear coat on them. That way the slate won't soak up the moisture if the drink sweats. They've already got rubber feet on the bottom of them, so they'll be available on my Etsy store and in person if you know me. Right here in just a couple of days, I'll get a few more made and they'll be up for sale. So thank you guys for watching, and remember, leave me a comment. Let me know what you want me to work on. I mean, we're growing together here. Appreciate you guys. See you next time.